let's say you have a $300 to $500 budget you can spend. How would you spend it? Would you put it on the Google ads, or would you put it on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok? What would be your strategy?
Yeah, if I was at that stage, honestly, I wouldn't even advertise yet. What I would do is I would make sure that I'm closing up all of those leaks in my funnel. I would make sure that I have the systems in place to handle leads. Because one of the worst things that could happen is we could start sending you leads from Google Ads, and then you don't know what to do with them. You don't have a place to put them. You don't know how to follow up with them, or you get so busy, you're following up with them manually, and then people are slipping through. So step one is making sure that you're capturing those leads on your website, making sure that you have, when someone calls you and you're behind the needle, working, you need to make sure that that call doesn't go unanswered. At least you want to have some type of automation go out and text the person so that they know they're going to get followed up on. Because what do we do when we're searching for something on Google? We're calling places, we're filling things out, but then we're going to the next one on the list, and the first one that's going to respond is usually going to get our business. And so that's really the key about the HighLead system. We're not just an agency that runs ads. What we do is we install this entire growth automation system. We call it an SMP marketing system. And so we have something called missed call text back, where if someone calls you, it'll text back, "Hey, sorry, I missed your call. How can I help you?" So at least they know that they're going to get followed up. We have chat widgets that can get installed on your website. So it's another way that people can interact with you. And there's automations that will continually nurture those leads that come in. And those are just a few examples, but that would be step one, in my opinion. Make sure you have that system in place of capturing leads and following up with them. And only when you have that ready to go, that's when you can put fuel on the fire and invest in something like Google Ads.
I've talked to quite a few artists about this. Some people feel that putting an automated, you have the little robot that comes up and they reply, that it doesn't feel as personal,
Right.
because you're not talking to a human. And I'm sure we've all been on the phone with a big company and you call them and you're like, put a human on,
Right.
please, for the love of God, I don't want to answer your
Yeah.
questions. So is there the option to not have that robot?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll start with that one. So I think what you're referring to is like a chat bot or some type of automated bot that's going to have a conversation with people. We don't really like the whole bot conversation approach because, again, it feels very artificial. So what I was talking more about is, like, let's say that you fill out a form to get a pricing guide or a brochure or some type of downloadable resource from an SMP artist's website. If you get that, there needs to be a way for the artist to be able to deliver that resource, but then also follow up with that person using SMS and email so that you eventually move them to a stage where they're a booked consult on a calendar. Like, that is so important. And so that's the missing link that we see a lot of artists have, where they're capturing these leads, but then they're not following up, or they're following up only once, or they're following up only on one channel.